So even though I've been with the food bank almost 15 years, my EDIB journey really started about 3 years ago, June of 2020, right after the horrific murder of George Floyd at the hands of law enforcement. That really caused us to do some soul searching here. Myself personally, our board of directors, our leadership team, we decided very early on that we had a place in that conversation. We're an important human service organization in central Pennsylvania, a leader, and we needed to say something. And then we also needed to set ourselves on a journey. So we said publicly that you can't end hunger until you end racism. And we still believe that to this very day, and will believe it through the long journey to get there. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I have a board that recognizes that and has the courage to not only let us do this work, but engage themselves in this work. Even though I grew up in a family that had financial struggles, we had struggles with alcoholism, we never went hungry. And I only realized in my EDIB journey just how much privilege that I've had. And it's kind of difficult to think about that when you think about how hard you'd work. And I've worked hard to become a leader over many years. But my journey had less obstacles than other people who are, whether it's race or creed, whatever it might be. When I showed up for job interviews, I was a white male. Even filling out the applications, my name is very English sounding, so it puts people at ease. When I went to buy homes, take out a mortgage, people assumed because I was a white male, I was a good risk. All of that were easier for me, even though I didn't realize it at the time. And it was also hard to face the fact that, like everybody, I've got unconscious bias. I have more bias in me than I realized. And that's something that you have to face and confront every day. And that's a challenge. It was a challenge for me. But through our EDIB learning, I've really come to face that I've had it easier, despite working hard. I've got to manage bias, and that impacts every area of your life, every thought you have, every decision you make, how you engage, how you listen, how you talk. Bias is there, and I've learned to work on it more. But I also came to realize that privilege also benefits my family. So we live comfortably, and a lot of that is because that journey that I had privilege in it. So I really see from here forward that I have a duty to use that privilege beyond myself and my family to really help level the playing field for others who don't have that privilege and really have been marginalized to the point where they struggle to feed their family. And I see that as my duty to do that. I think our EDIB journey is going to impact all the important areas of our mission moving forward. It's so important that we call it putting the EDIB lens on our work. What it really means is we have to include this in all of our decision making, all of our thinking, be grounded in equity, diversity, inclusion, and of course belonging. So that if we're doing all this right, the experience that our neighbors in need are going to have when they come for help, it's going to be enhanced. Their access is going to be better, the food they receive is going to be better, the experience they receive is going to be better. And I think the only way we can really get there is by doing this learning so we understand what we're all about and that we're better together. There is no real way to get to solving hunger unless we really do away with marginalizing people, without othering people. So the work is vital. The EDIB lens is absolutely front and center in the mission of the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank.